did this thing where I record a lot of footage and just never sit down to edit it. So I just become so overwhelmed with how much footage I recorded that I just kind of push it aside and start fresh. So I'm starting fresh. I think I will put some footage from our trip to North Carolina in this vlog. We only stayed for a couple of days. We went to I took my son to the Marble Museum, and then we went across the street to have lunch at the Brewery Bavana. It was really good. It was a dim sum restaurant. They had a short menu for lunch, and we liked it so much that we went back for dinner. But I didn't film dinner, unfortunately, but we had this pork lo mein that was just the best thing that I've eaten in a long time. It was really, really good. Today at the library, I was just really thinking about how parenting is such a humbling experience. Like, you can have these ideas before you have kids about how you want your child to behave, or you can maybe see another child behaving a certain way and you think to yourself, oh, my child's never going to do that, or ooh, I don't know how that parent's parenting their child. And then you find your child doing something you just never thought they would do, or you just never wanted them to do. So it's so humbling. Like, I've been reading the different books about behavior modification, and a lot of it makes sense, and I agree. You want children to know that they have feelings too, and you want to respect the fact that they're upset about something. Totally, I understand that, but it's really hard to have a conversation with a child who's having like a screaming fit, in a supermarket aisle or in the library. I understand your feelings and you have the right to be upset, and let's think of other ways we can handle this. That just doesn't really work. You either just have to kind of let them finish their fit, while people sort of glance your way, or you just have to pick them up and leave and not finish your errand. I feel like those are the two options that you have. It's just the other end of that is I just read Battle Hymn of a Tiger Mom. I read that. This is the second time I read it. And, she does a lot of drilling practice with her children, making them play piano and violin for hours and hours and hours, and drilling, and just really sort of eradicating any type of fun activities. And while I do think we should definitely have children do things that are considered difficult or challenging for them, because once they overcome that, they can build self-confidence. And that's a big part of what she writes about in the book, is building their confidence. And once you get through difficult things, you can see how well you can do, that's great, I think. At the same time, though, I do think childhood should be fun. I do think that kids should have fun and not be sort of made to do certain activities for hours and hours. Maybe an hour of practice, but not, 4 or something like that. Like, there has to be sort of, there has to be some sort of balance. And every child is different. It's just really, like I said, I can't say it enough. It's just so, so humbling. And I am just praying for like grace and mercy, that I have grace and mercy for other people I see maybe struggling with their child's behavior on a certain day. And I pray that people have grace and mercy for my child who may be struggling with his behavior on a certain day. And we all just need to like not judge, because you can be doing great today and then tomorrow you wake up and your little one has decided that they want to change, or they don't want to do something they always did, or they're not going to share today, or they're going to have a screaming fit in the middle of the store. And we just have to have grace and mercy for one another, because we're all in this together.